Hi, my name is Tanya and welcome to my small backyard vegetable garden here in central Victoria. It has been a warm day and tonight it is beautiful out here, so I am going to get on with a bit of planting, but first I'm going to go through and check the seedlings that I planted in my last video. The basil looked to be doing great and no slug damage, so I'm pretty happy I came and put the covers over them. I picked up this beautiful brown dahlia plus another haul of seedlings that are looking so healthy, and I'm really keen to get those in the ground. These purple climbing beans are growing so fast. I've had to put 2 strings up to keep them up against the wire, and I just love how fast they grow. The little bush beans have come through the ground and I cannot wait to see these grow. Both sides are through and just waiting on a few slower ones that probably were planted a little deeper. It is golden hour, so I am going to take the advantage of this beautiful night to get on and get my capsicum and eggplant in, but it's pretty hard to walk past these raspberries and not want to stop and graze here. But because I have moved all my lights out of this little area, I need to get on and get these things in because the sun is going down. These are the capsicums that had overwintered, what I have left. They are looking a little scruffy, but they seem to be coming back and have flowers. I put a bit of blood and bone and dynamic lifter around them just to help build up the soil. And I have 2 baskets of plants I want to get in tonight. I'm just going to get them in these big tubs so they can get on growing. I bought a punnet of the Californian Wonder and I potted those up into bigger pots to get them growing on. And these ones here, I think are all except one, the long sweet yellow. So I'm going to fill these pots up with extras and drop another one in there. I have 3 varying sized eggplant that I'm going to put in a tub up here also. I had eggplant and the capsicums planted in amongst tomatoes last summer, and even though they all did well and fruited beautifully, I have filled the raised beds with tomatoes, so it will be nice to have all these up here. Because tomatoes did so well up here last summer, it gets a fair bit of protection and it gets quite warm, and I did have capsicums growing up here. Also, I used this space more as an overflow area last summer. I'm just top dressing these tubs with a bit of cow manure and raising the soil level in one tub with a bit of potting mix, but mainly getting the cow manure on, and I do not have any mushroom compost, which I wanted to put a bit over the top of this, but I will grab some bags and I will have to remove the straw and just put a bit of that around. It would be nice if I could find multiple terracotta wine coolers and have one in each of these pots. That would be fantastic. So maybe that's something I am going to aim for. These are all the Californian Wonder. There is one there from last summer with flowers on it, and when you look at the difference, it truly is worth overwintering them. These are the long sweet yellow. Now on to the eggplants. I have 3 different varieties, all in varying sizes. And I'm making sure that I do not get my labels mixed up. These tubs have all had some dynamic lifter and some blood and bone applied to the soil once the overwintered capsicums started to grow and flower. I'm so happy that I wrote out all my tags a while ago and had them ready. And this one here, I cannot wait for these stripy ones to start fruiting. And then this tall one, when I originally saw this Mad Hatter, I thought it was a chili. So I'm not sure if they have any heat in them or not, but the shape of the fruit looks beautiful, so I'm keen to try. I think by the size of it, it looks like it may get fairly tall. And I always try to remember that really when it comes down to it, all we can do as gardeners is provide everything that the plants need to grow, and eventually Mother Nature will decide on if we have a good season. Because we can do everything to the book, but if we do not have the weather that follows that up, then we don't end up with the season that we had hoped for. I think they're all looking pretty happy just to be out of the pots, so that is a good step forward. And I'm adding 1 extra long sweet yellow to this tub so that all the tubs are fully planted up. And now I'm going to put some straw over, so we have some warmer days and are due for some rain in a couple of days. Although I'm not sure how much rain we will get, I'm going to make sure that this soil doesn't dry out in the meantime, and I will be stocking up some bags of mushroom compost, and then I can remove the straw and top dress them again and put the straw back. I always seem to be moving straw, and I will be putting a bit of wool across the top of them also. Now to get them all watered in, I will come back tomorrow and get a bit of sea salt over them so that they can settle in. This boy has not been happy. He doesn't want to be outside any longer, but maybe some raspberries might encourage him to stay out just a little bit longer. He does love them, but he refuses to pick his own. Our dear sweet Molly used to lay under these branches and pick her own raspberries. And she tried to teach him, but no, he wants them picked for him. I did mention that I had potted up these blue-black tomatoes and was thinking that I may just get them in the ground, and they have grown a little bit since I potted them up. I'm going to take the opportunity and get some tiny plants in. They look completely so small against the others that are already planted out, but I'm going to get them in and see how they go. This is my sweet corn, and it will be wanting to go in soon also. It is the snow gold bicolor. I have 3 spaces on the arch saved. I'm still waiting on honeybee, which was the first tomato that I sowed, and it has been very slow to get going. I'm planting indigo rose here, and it will look so tiny, but if we have some good weather and some rain, it will take off. And this is Dancing with Smurfs. So I have 1 spot left for the honeybee, which is around the other side. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to get another punnet of basil put in the ground. It is an easier way that I find to get all these things planted is to just do the odd one here and there so that it doesn't end up a big planting day, and I can just pop things in as I'm working on other projects. This is the strawberry sumo. It has been under the cover because the birds want it. We rolled it over to get both sides ripe. We can't wait to pick that. The zucchini are looking like they need to go in. They're so tall. They probably don't get quite enough light here. And these are the squash. I've had the terracotta wine coolers just sitting on these lettuce pots, and the difference that it has made for the lettuce has been unbelievable. Not that they will be staying here, but the smaller one only weeps from the base, so it has been quite ideal for the lettuce. These are the lettuce that I sowed at the same time, and the ones in the trough are looking so much better. The forest pansy seeds are sizing up, and I absolutely love the look of them. I think it is as good as the flowers.